When did normal things become bad? The reason I asked that is because I saw a video where there's people at a bar. There's like a man, his girlfriend, the bartender, and all of a sudden someone comes in and starts trying to rob them. More specifically, rob the bartender. But the thing is that the boyfriend hid underneath his chair while his girlfriend just kind of kept sitting at the chair and watched what was going on. Now later in the video, some random guy pops up, tries to punch the robber, and then he falls over, and the robber just like kicks him and leaves. But when I went in the comments, everyone was like, oh, you know, that boyfriend was no help. He didn't even try to protect his girlfriend. But his girlfriend wasn't under attack. But even if she was, I feel like of all the things in the world, not going out of your way to try to stop a robber has got to be one of the most understandable things. Like, fight or flight is a reflex. That is to say, you don't control it. You don't even control if you have fight or if you have flight. It feels especially weird because if he had gone out of his way to protect the barkeep and also his girlfriend, people would have called him a hero. So the only two options would be called a coward or be called a hero. Realistically, there is nothing he could have done in that situation without getting some kind of an extreme reaction. You're either called a hero or you're called a coward. And to make it like a little bit more on topic to Minecraft, let's say the first time you play Minecraft, when you're mining and you see that shiny blue ore and it's diamond, and you're really happy, you're really excited to see your first diamonds, even if it's just one. You're like, this is really cool. But then as you play the game more and more, you find more diamonds, you find your first 7 vein, your first 8 vein. At some point, the next time that you actually find a 1 vein of diamond, you're still like more excited than you would be if you found iron or something like that. But you'd be kind of disappointed because instead of getting a ton of diamonds, you only get 1. And then after playing for a really long time, diamonds don't even excite you anymore. They're just like a little smile creeps on your face without you even realizing it. Even though it's supposed to be rare. You're not supposed to find 7 and 8 veins all the time. Or let's say you like to cook and you're not really great at cooking, but you practice, you work hard, and eventually you create a dish that people, when they eat it, they say, oh, this is okay. You might be really excited. You might be like, oh, cool. My cooking is finally palatable. But at some point, as you get better, you start getting disappointed. Like, oh, I put in that time to make this food and it was only okay. It wasn't amazing. Even though amazing things are not supposed to be dime a dozen. You're not supposed to be able to create amazing things all the time. Something I believe that most people in fully developed countries have experienced is school. In school, the average grade is a B. I also asked around to my friends and stuff like that, and they said, yeah, a B or a C is usually pretty average. That's what they notice most people getting. But even if you work as hard as you can, and let's say you get a C, maybe you were having a really rough time just in life, and then school wasn't any more easy because of it, or maybe you're just not suited to learning in schools, whatever it may be. Even though you worked as hard as you possibly could to get that grade, you still end up feeling disappointed, or at the very least, no one really congratulates you. And for me, I was in gifted classes, so I used to get A's all the time, to the point where if I ever got a B, I would feel really disappointed, even though that is literally the average. If you look up average GPA, that is the average GPA. It took me a really, really long time to start recognizing my effort as something to be proud of rather than the end result. Even now, it still takes quite a bit of effort to remind myself of that. It has gotten easier over time, but it's still not secondhand to me. And that method of reminding yourself that it's the effort that mattered, or what is or is not normal is something that I think we should all try to practice in our everyday life. If the people who watched that video said, okay, actually, is it unreasonable for him to have done what he did, where he hid underneath his chair and just actually thought about it for any amount of time instead of just having a knee-jerk reaction? I feel like most of the people who did watch that video would have commented something different. At some point, you just have to ask yourself, is this bad or lackluster, or is it actually just normal? Should I be disappointed that things turned out this way, or should I be happy that I was even able to work this hard and produce something, even when life made it difficult to do it? If you take the time to remind yourself that the effort that you put in arguably matters more than the end result in most cases, you will find that you have more confidence to do things in the future. You will enjoy things more, and you'll be a lot less stressed out when you're trying new things. I'd love to hear what you guys think about that, and also if you disagree, if you do agree, I'd love to hear it in the comments. If you have anything that you think could be an interesting topic, just let me know, and if you see any room for improvement in my videos, I would really love to know as well, just so that I can get better. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.